Hi there, this is Ira Weinstein with Recon Research.
And this is Jim Kelly with Recon Research.
Today, Jim and I are going to talk about the Poly Analyst Day that we attended on October 14th, 2019 at the company's San Jose office. I'll jump in first. First of all, I was pretty psyched to see 40 analysts in the room. Jim, is it me or was that a packed house?
Yeah, it was definitely packed.
I mean, the last Polycom event I went to probably had a dozen analysts, so 40 is a major statement. Good job for them. Number two, the agenda included tons of executives there. We had CEO Joe Burton. We had Darius Jones, EVP of Strategy. We had Naveen Mehta, the EVP of Services. We had Tom Puro, General Manager and EVP of Products. Chris Thorson, Senior Director of Solutions Marketing. Laura Marks, the VP of Global Product and Alliance Marketing. Nick Tidd, he was the VP of Global Channel Sales. And we even had David Danto, the Director of UC Strategy and Research. That's a lot of folks. Did I miss anybody?
It was impressive. No, it was impressive for sure.
Cool. Now, we got a lot of slideware, a lot of presentations from this team. Here are a couple of my takeaways, all right? I'll cover sort of the discussion. I'll hand over to you for product discussion. First of all, we heard that all Plantronics and Polycom products will be refreshed, updated, and rebranded to use the Poly logo by the end of 2019. That's just a couple months from now. At least that's the plan. That's number one. Number two, Poly continues to position itself and message itself as the only company offering solutions that support users wherever they may be. That's at home, in the office, in the meeting room, on the road, and I like this one, even when you're at the gym, at the track, running around, whatever. Love that. Number three, Poly remains committed to connectivity. And in Poly speak, connectivity means ensuring that Poly equipment, whether they're headsets or video systems, will work seamlessly with the offerings, meaning products and services from other vendors. Jim, name a few of those vendors.
Microsoft, Zoom, Google.
GoToMeeting, there's a pile of them, right? That's just to name a few. Next one, partnerships continue to be a big thing at Poly. That was really clear. Engineering alliances, go-to-market partnerships, joint business plans. Poly has made it clear to us, and it's not new news, that Poly views its strategic partnerships as a power play for the company and a key part of its success path, getting its products out to market. And the last thing I heard from we call it the initial team, was that the channel is a priority, has been a priority, and will continue to be a priority. They are going to invest even more time and energy supporting, training, expanding, and strengthening their channel. Nick Tidd made that really, really clear. So kind of those are the takeaways I got from that first part of the session, and then things shifted over to the product side and to demos. So Jim, why don't you take us through what we saw and what we heard?
Yeah, excellent. So we moved into products after all those, that initial slideware, if you will, and we got to go walk through the building and look at a number of demos that they had for us. You know, we got to see headsets and phones from, that are dedicated to different partners like Microsoft Teams or Zoom. But really the real showstopper for me was the new Poly Studio X series products. So the X30 and the X50. These are purpose-built Zoom room appliances. They're quick to install, like 3 cables and it's up and running. It has the mic, the camera, the speakers, and embedded compute, which is huge. In this case, they loaded Zoom was preloaded in these. The X30 is designed for kind of that 4-person smaller huddle room, and then they say that the X50 is more for the 8-person and larger room. So a little bit different design there, but they still look and feel the same. What I really liked about them was, they just have a great design language now. This new design language, it's clean, it's sleek, it's got a modern feel and look to it. And also, I love the fact that those devices are running the same code that is on the G7500 series that they announced earlier in the year.
So I want to make sure nothing's lost here, right? So these devices are different from the original Poly Studio because they include compute. So I don't need a PC or a Nook or anything else or a laptop. These puppies are ready to go out of the box. And in this case, they're running Zoom rooms on top of its Android core. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. And they have a touch panel that is paired with that from the get-go. So you put this in a room, it already has Zoom loaded on it, and Zoom is already loaded on the touch panel as well.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive what we saw, I have to say. And then, we also saw some NDA stuff, right? I mean, stuff we can't talk about.
Can't talk about that. But you know what? I think it's pretty safe to say the Poly engineers are not getting much sleep right now.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like the demos too. So jumping back from product, it was a lot of Zoom-based product, a lot of general product stuff. Here's my big takeaway from this event. I left the Poly Analyst Day thinking that finally, after a lot of years of stress, turmoil, and uncertainty, this new combined entity really does feel like a single company. I got this feeling they were all operating with a common vision and a common goal. And given the roller coaster ride that especially the Polycom side of the shop has gone through in recent years, I'd call that a really big deal. That's a massive change, and it's proof of what the executives over at Poly have been doing for a couple of quarters. Jim, what was your number one main takeaway here?
I would say, again, focusing on the engineering front for me, I love the fact that the X30 and X50 are extensions of that G7500. They're not a separate product. And the code base is the same all the way through. So they built a code base. They're expanding from that. They're giving people options. They're giving different form factors. I think it's really great.
Yeah, gotta love that. So if you want sort of a traditional standards-based system version, they have that. And now they have a couple of video bars ready to go. Fantastic. So there you have it. Those are our thoughts and opinions on Poly's 2019 Analyst Day. This is Ira Weinstein. I'm here with Jim Kelly. We're both from Recon Research. Thank you, and have yourself a great day.